Welcome to Lecture 3 of Chapter 4, VMware Player Part 1. In this video, we are going to demonstrate how to download and install VMware Player. We will download VMware Player from VMware's website. So let's open our web browser. For this demonstration, we are using Internet Explorer. You can use any latest web browser to download VMware Player. Now, in the address bar of our web browser, let's type in the website address www.vmware.com and then press enter. It will take us to the VMware's website. If you are not able to go to the website, then you are most likely not connected to the internet. As you can see, we are now in the VMware's website. On top of the website, we can see a menu labeled Downloads. When we highlight Downloads, you can see a menu pop up, and on the bottom right, you can see Player. When we click on the player, it will take us to the download page of VMware Player. We are now in the Product Downloads page of VMware Player. You can notice a couple of things here. The latest version available as of making this video is version 6, and you also have an option to download the previous versions up to version 3 from the drop-down list. As we mentioned before, you can download version 3 if you do not have a 64-bit computer. On the same product downloads page, as you can see, we have 3 distributions of VMware Player. There is only one distribution for Windows, which is applicable for both 32-bit and 64-bit Windows. There are 2 distributions for Linux, one for 32-bit Linux and the other one for 64-bit Linux. You will also notice that there is VMware Player and VMware Player Plus combined in a single download. VMware Player is free if you would like to use it at home for learning purposes. If you want to use VMware Player for commercial purpose, then a license should be purchased. When we enter the license key into the free VMware Player, its Plus features will be unlocked. Unlike the free VMware Player, the VMware Player Plus supports restricted virtual machines created using VMware Workstation. A restricted virtual machine is one that is encrypted and requires a password to run. Now, let's click on the download button to download the VMware Player for Windows. It will prompt us to run or save the file. We'll choose to save the file to the desktop so that it becomes easy for us to locate the file when the download is complete. In the Save As window, we'll select Desktop and then we'll click on the Save button to save the VMware Player installation file. The download has started and it will take a few minutes to download the full installation file. So we'll skip the download process and we'll return to this video when the download is complete. The download is complete now, so we'll go to our desktop where we saved our VMware Player installation file. This is the installation file that we downloaded. There are 2 ways to run the installation file. Either we can double click on the file, or we can right click on it and then click on Open to install VMware Player. Now we are in the VMware Player setup window. It says that the installation wizard will now install VMware Player on this computer. We'll click on Next to continue. VMware Player setup window is prompting us with a license agreement. You should read the license agreement from start to finish, and if you agree with the terms, then you can select I accept the terms in the license agreement and then click on the Next button to continue. Now it is asking us for the location where we would like to install the VMware Player. We are provided with the default location where VMware Player will be installed. If you want to change it, then you can click on the change button here and then change the location where you would want to install VMware Player. We are not going to change it, so we will click on the next button to continue with the installation process. It is now asking us if we want to check for product updates or the startup. It's your choice, but for this demonstration it is not needed, so we'll uncheck this option and click on the next button to continue. Now it is asking us if we want to help improve VMware Player by sending anonymous system data. It is your preference, but for this demonstration we'll uncheck this and we'll click on the next button to continue. This screen is asking us if we want to place shortcut icons on the desktop and on the startup menu in order to access VMware Player. You can uncheck the ones that you don't want based on your preference, but we will leave it to the default settings and then we'll click on the next button to continue. This window shows us that the installer is ready to begin the installation process based on our settings. So let's click on the continue button to proceed with the installation. Now we are going through the installation process and it will take several minutes to complete the installation. The installation process doesn't require any input from us, so let's fast forward the installation process. The installation of VMware Player is complete. The VMware Player setup window is now displaying the message that the setup window has successfully completed the operations related to the VMware Player, and it is asking us to click Finish to exit the wizard. So we'll click on the Finish button to exit the VMware Player setup window. Let's check if the VMware Player has installed properly by trying to run it. So let's double click on the VMware Player's shortcut icon that we have on the desktop. You can see the VMware Player is now up and running. So we have downloaded and successfully installed VMware Player. That brings us to the end of this video. In the next lecture, we'll see how to enable virtualization in BIOS. Thank you for watching.